The Syrian government has said 3 of its soldiers have been killed in a US-led coalition airstrike, but the coalition has denied responsibility. The foreign ministry said jets fired missiles at an army camp in Deir al-Zour province, which is largely controlled by the Islamic State group. The ministry condemned what it called an act of flagrant aggression. However, a coalition spokesman insisted that its forces had carried out no strikes in the area near the camp. The coalition has been targeting Islamic State, IS, militants in Syria since September 2014, and does not coordinate with the authorities in Damascus. The Syrian Foreign Ministry said 4 coalition warplanes fired 9 missiles at the camp in Deir al-Zour province on Sunday evening, killing 3 soldiers and wounding 13 others. 3 armored vehicles, 4 military vehicles, heavy machine guns and an arms and ammunition depot were destroyed, it added. The ministry did not say which camp was hit, but the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights earlier reported that coalition jets had bombed part of the Sika camp, near the town of Ayush in northern Deir al-Zour. The UK-based monitoring group put the death toll at 4. The Syrian Arab Republic strongly condemns this flagrant aggression by the US-led coalition forces, which blatantly violates the objectives of the UN Charter, the Foreign Ministry warned. The ministry called on the UN Security Council to take urgent measures to prevent such aggressions from occurring again. It added that such aggression hinders the efforts to fight terrorism, and proves that the US-led coalition lacks seriousness and credibility to effectively fight terrorism. However, coalition spokesman Colonel Steve Warren denied it was responsible. "We've seen those Syrian reports, but we did not conduct any strikes in that part of Deir al-Zour yesterday. So we see no evidence," he told the AFP news agency. Colonel Warren said the only strikes in Deir al-Zour targeted a wellhead at an oil field 55 kilometers, 34 miles, away from the area where the soldiers were reportedly killed. "There were no human beings in the area that we struck yesterday," he added. U.S. President Barack Obama's special envoy to the coalition, Brett McGurk, also wrote on Twitter, "Reports of coalition involvement are false." IS controls most of Deir al-Zour province, including almost all of its capital. The province links the group's headquarters in Raqqa with territory controlled by the group in western Iraq, and its oil fields are also a major source of revenue for IS. If coalition jets did hit the Syrian army camp, reported to be close to ground held by IS, it would be the first time such a thing is known to have happened since the US began airstrikes in Syria, says the BBC's Jim Muir in Beirut. The coalition has been stepping up its attacks in recent weeks on IS positions and oil installations in northern and eastern Syria. Broadening the scope brings with it a risk that unintended targets might be hit, our correspondent adds. Last week, the UK decided to participate in the airstrikes in Syria, extending its existing bombing campaign against IS in Iraq. Russia has also been bombing IS militants in Syria and other opponents of President Bashar al-Assad since September.